Welcome YouTube, Yorkshire Survivalist here. What I thought I'd show you today is my EDC, or everyday carry if you prefer. Basically a load of items that I carry around most of the time. Obviously it's not appropriate to carry all of this all of the time, but basically my EDC evolves with me, depending on what I'm doing. Starting from the top, this is just my Venga watch. Nothing too fancy, just tells you the time. Moving along, I always also carry my phone. A lot of decent functions on these. Mine's an iPhone 5 in particular. People often forget that you also have a compass on this. It's actually a pretty good compass. It's pretty accurate. I maybe wouldn't navigate properly off it, but there you go. Also on here you get GPS and a load of really useful apps that could be useful to you. Like for example, that's a Tides app. A lot of them are free as well. But obviously, it's a problem that phones always run out of battery. So to prolong that, I always carry this Pebble Smart Stick Plus charger. It's water resistant because of this screw top. Let's crack that open for you. And basically, it's a USB charger. So anything that charges with a USB, be it your phone, your camera, some torches do it, whatever, this will charge it. For an iPhone, it gives my iPhone one full charge and a bit of a boost after that. And just on that top, I always keep a carabiner for easy storage and the appropriate charger for my phone. Moving on, I always carry this. It's a Victorinox Swiss Champ. There's a lot of tools on this. It's pretty much the most tool laden one Victorinox make. That's still a reasonable size, that is. Night Eyes S-Spinner on here. Now these are expensive, there's no two ways about it. These are roughly 60 quid. However, this will last you a lifetime if you look after it properly. They are very, very well made. Surgical grade stainless steel. They will never let you down. Here, this is a mini first aid kit, believe it or not. In this little shotgun shell container, which are very easy to make, by the way. I always keep a few plasters, a few antiseptic wipes, a couple of ibuprofen. It's the works. Obviously, it's not going to save anyone's life, but it's a useful thing to have. Also, I always carry my wallet, obviously. Bit of cash in there all the time. Appropriate debit cards, ID, that sort of thing. Also in there, I always keep a few of those Oasis water purifying tablets and a condom to carry it in. Just pretty basic stuff, really. But very importantly, in my wallet, I always keep this XD card. On there, I always keep a scanned copy of my passport and a few other personal details that are very important, obviously in password protected files, just so that, say you got pulled in by authorities, you don't have the appropriate paperwork. This basically just gives you a means to prove who you are, and there's no mistaken identity going on. And to the main event, really. Night Eyes keyring. These will set you back about a £5, but it keeps everything nice and organised with these little clips which come with it. On here I keep a few essentials. Most of it's keys, obviously, but here there's a pen that extends out into a full-size pen. I feel this is a pretty important piece of kit to remember, because obviously with phones and that, people often forget the simple writing implement. But writing down phone numbers, noting directions, that kind of thing, can't be without a pen, ever. It's very important to remember. Moving on, I keep this on here. That's just one of those note containers, fully waterproof. I always keep a tenner in there for emergencies. Keys. On here I also have a LED Lenser P3. Now these are pretty good value for money. that could set you back about 15 quid, which is very reasonable, but as you can tell, that's a lot of lumens for a torch that size. And pretty good about this is it takes standard AAAs. I also keep this on here. I think this is a pretty good idea for any keyring set. It's called a nightstick, made by the same people as these keyrings and these S-beaners. It's basically a load of that sort of glow-in-the-dark paint crammed into a tube. And I feel this is important because, say you drop this in a drain, or just in the dark really, if you can't find it, that's a lot of kit you're losing, and a lot of important stuff as well. But with this will glow constantly for 10 years, and it just gives off enough light so you'd be able to spot it in the dark, and you'd be able to find your key set. Alright, that's about it for my EDC really. Hope you enjoyed the video, YouTube. Please subscribe.